Hello, all you gridiron fanatics out there. Glad you're here with us for another edition of Gridiron Gab Pro Style. I am Mr. CeeLo, where we gab about all things pro football, from the scoops of the regular season to the scores in the postseason and the picks of the off season. Let's start gabbing. Welcome back, all you gabbers out there. Glad you are back. To catch you up on the business, we've got breaking news today coming from my team, the Carolina Panthers. It appears that this happened sometime around 5 o'clock this afternoon, that the Carolina Panthers have reached a deal with Justin Houston. This is great news for the Carolina Panthers. Not so much for one of my guys on the roster that I want to make it, but that's in one of my videos on Growling and Prowling, where it talks about the opposite end, I call the Burns Edge, if you will. You can check that out on Growling and Prowling. The Panthers making a huge splash in free agency, with many of free agents, high dollar free agents that's left on the market, including Dalvin Cook and one Ezekiel Elliott. Hope you guys go and check that show out that I have about Dalvin Cook and where I believe he's going. I still ultimately think that he's going to end up landing in Miami. Right now, the barometer says the Jets, but I'm still pushing that he's going to end up in Miami. If he ends up in Miami, Miami goes, they're Super Bowl bound. But back to the Panthers and Justin Houston. The Panthers were really in the look going into camp as to who's going to be the guy opposite on the Burns Edge. And that was the question going into the offseason, even after the draft, when we start talking about who was going to take the pressure off of Brian Burns and who was going to be that guy, that Hassan Reddick guy, the guy that was going to put that kind of pressure on opposing offenses, and that was just in a 4-3 system. Now you got Coach Evero here, and he's got that 3-4 system going. And he has really started to dampen it down. We've seen some great competition in camp between Brian Burns and Equano. But let's look at the details, as the Carolina Panthers have made such a huge splash here. According to ESPN insider Adam Schefter, who's still in the business, but we hope he continues to do his thing, it says Houston agreed to a 1-year agreement that will be worth $7 million with $6 million guaranteed. So obviously that's a situation where the Panthers are saying this guy's coming in and he's not going to be sitting on the bench. He is going to be a starter. He's going to be the guy on the Burns Edge now. I don't know what that's going to mean for guys like Frankie Louvu. They just brought in Deion Jones, signed him a couple of days ago. He plays middle linebacker, so I'm assuming the starting lineup now shifts from Burns and Houston on the outside, and possibly Shaq Thompson and Deion Jones in the middle, with Frankie Louvu as well as Jeremy Chin being back ends on it. I'm not sure what the approach is going to be now. We won't until they get Justin Houston in uniform. But the breaking news, as I said, is the Carolina Panthers have signed Justin Houston. But let's go through and look at Justin Houston's career. You're talking about a guy that has played 12 seasons. And the worst season he's had would have been the year before, his first year with the Ravens, where he only had 4.5 sacks and he had 34 tackles. Well, last year he assumed more of a situational down position, if you will. He ended up with 21 total tackles with 9.5 sacks and an interception. So he's still got pretty good cover skills. You know, he's got a total of 5 interceptions for his career and a touchdown in his career. Yeah, we can't forget about that. That was when he was in Kansas City, of course. But we can't forget, this is the guy that has 111 and a half sacks over his 12-year career. So you average that out, he's just about going to get you 9 a season. Now, with that being said, do I truly believe that he is going to make a difference on that Coach Avero's defense? Yes, he will. He is going to make a huge difference because these guys send guys all over the place. And then that leaves 2 guys that the Panthers have just kind of flying around and getting a chance to rest. Those 2 guys being, of course, their starters. They would be starters. Jeremy Chin and Frankie Louvu. Louvu had 7.5 sacks last year. So you're going to have guys that are going to be rotating in and out. And that's the way Coach Avero has it. His most important piece is he's got a lot of shifting that he likes to do and a lot of rotating that he likes to do. So I think Houston will be more of a situational guy. But as I said, the last 3 seasons he's been under 10 sacks. He spent most of his career in Kansas City. He spent 2 seasons with the Colts and the previous 2 with the Baltimore Ravens. But looking at this from what it's worth, it looks as though that Justin Houston will assume the starting position. He is 34 years old, but just looking at what the Panthers were able to get him, kudos to General Manager Scott Fitter. I think he did a phenomenal job setting this up, considering what Ngakoue just got from Chicago. Looking at it all, I think the Panthers have got a good deal, and I think this is going to really, really stiffen up the teams that they're going to play with this move right here. It wouldn't surprise me if Scott Fitter goes out and makes another deal, probably for cornerback. But let me know what you guys think. Did the Carolina Panthers make a good move in free agency today by signing Justin Houston? Look me up over on Instagram at Mr. CeeLo. And then, of course, if you got comments, I'm going to leave the comments open for this as well. Appreciate all the love and support. Oh, before I forget, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Travis. Thank you for supporting the show, buddy. If you guys have comments and questions, please let me know. Oh, before I get out of here, Will asked, do the Miami Dolphins need to make an offer to Dalvin Cook? And my answer to that question is going to be yes. If the Dolphins make an offer and Dalvin Cook accepts, this team will go to the AFC title game because they do not have a back like Dalvin Cook on the roster. They've got a bunch of scat backs. That's really all they have. They need to be begging Dalvin Cook. And this guy can catch the ball. He can do it all. You have to be able to run the football and scare defenses into not just with speed, but with finesse, with strength, power. And Dalvin Cook brings both speed and strength. But as I said, let me know what you guys think. Hit me up at Mr. CeeLo on the Instagram. And also go to my other pages, Growlin' and Prowlin', and also check out that video I did on the Burns Edge. Also, check out my other channels that I'm working with other than Gridiron Gab Pro Style. Gridiron Gab Triple Option is on the verge of coming out, guys. It's coming really, really, really soon. And Talk Like a Champion, the channel where we talk all things Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Until next time, though, guys, this is Mr. CeeLo reminding you to join us again next time. Same Gap channel, same Gap platform.